Hi, I'm Robert Dubwise Browne, and welcome to Song and a Story Season 2, where I play you a song and tell you a story. Now, today's song is a clip from a video performance I did titled CLIFF MARLEY TOSH Live. Again, as you can see, my settings is different, therefore I'm on the road. Not that I'm not able to play for you live, but I decided to use this clip in conjunction with the story that I'm about to tell. So, the title of today's song is Why Must I Cry, originally done by Peter Tosh. The rhythm section for this song, originally with Peter Tosh, was the great Sly and Robbie. So this is my version of Why Must I Cry. That was Why Must I Cry, originally performed by Peter Tosh with the legendary Sly and Robbie. Today's story is really two experiences I had with the great Robbie Shakespeare. For those of you who are lovers of reggae music and know the history of reggae music, you must be familiar with Sly and Robbie. Robbie passed away earlier this year. We're in 2022 at the time as I'm shooting this video. Or was it last year? He passed recently. So I wanted to, kind of pay a tribute and share my little 2 cents, my little experiences with Robbie. I remember we were in New York when Shaggy was recording his album Out of Many One Music. It was Sly Robbie Shakespeare, myself, and Lenky Marsden on keyboards. It was at, a couple days session, so we were there for a while recording. Anyhow, this one particular day, and was kind of typical, on the days when Sly wasn't playing live drums. This was a typical kind of setting. So Lenky, Sly, and myself would be in the studio working out a song, come up with an idea. Sly would be doing a drum pattern and Lenky would be, finding something and I would trying to fit in. And Shakespeare would be upstairs in the kitchen cooking. Man love cook, So he would be upstairs in the kitchen. Shaggy's studio was in the basement and the kitchen was upstairs, almost above it. And so he would be downstairs working on a groove and thing, and Robbie upstairs. And as soon as we got a groove going and recorded something down, out of nowhere this particular day, out of nowhere, Robbie turned up and said, "Give me the bass." And he took up the bass, and without an itch, without flinching, the man threw down the wickedest bass line on the track. I was like in awe, I'm like, this is why him named Robbie Shakespeare, It was just almost magical, you could call it, because we in there, working out ideas and, find it, and then you just see this figure walking through the door, take out the bass, say to the engineer, plug it in, ready, and start playing. And it's like, wow. That day I was like, yo, this is the man, And when he was done, give back the man the bass, gone cook. Gone back upstairs in the kitchen to finish his dish. That was an amazing experience, and I'll never forget that because I've never seen that before, and that was really a moment in my life when, that was really a moment in my life that really put things into perspective as to who these men are, Robbie Shakespeare and Sly Robbie. My next experience with him wasn't an experience per se, I think after that album, the following year or so, or the following months, when the album was released, we did a tour. So Shaggy Band and Sly and Robbie did a tour. We toured on the album, and I played in their set. Sly and Robbie did a set, and Shaggy did a set, and then we kind of mix up the set to play the songs that were on the album. And some months after the tour and whatever, I was going to I was walking in a studio, and I saw Robbie. It must have been before the tour. I think it was before the tour, but after the studio sessions. And see Robbie, and I'm not the one to just run up on somebody and say, "Yo, bossy, yo, go on, whatever." I'm not like that. So I saw him and I was like, "Mr. Shakespeare," and continue on my way. And then when I was coming back out, he looked at me and him said, "Browne youth," because he knows my father, Glenn. He said, "Browne youth, don't it?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, Gitsy, you're tough, Yeah, man, you're tough, man." And that was like one of the biggest compliments in my life right now, because what he meant was he liked my guitar playing, or I'm a good guitar player. That in Jamaican terms, yo, you're tough, meaning you're hard, you're good, you're bad. So for Robbie Shakespeare to look at me in that moment that day and say, "Yo, Gitsy, you're tough, just out of, we weren't playing music, we weren't, I was just passing and telling him hello and thing, and he remembered me. And he said, "Yo, Gitsy, you're tough, that really meant something to me. We give thanks for these legends in our music community, you know, and we don't, I think a lot of the times our country and our culture don't revere them enough. We don't honor them enough before it's too late, you know. You know, unlike America, when they have artists that are doing well and that's excelling and that's doing well for the culture, them recognize it and then promote it and use it to help build the music culture and the music community even bigger. Jamaica only does that when the artist passed or when the artist is old, you know what I mean? And I believe in Jamaica we should kind of switch the culture a little bit and kind of give credit and respect and accolades where it is due, and while the artists and the musicians are able to live and experience the honor and receive it and continue to show, you know, cause that I think that would motivate more people, more youngsters to excel in the industry. So that was my 2 cents about Robbie Shakespeare. He will be greatly missed, but his music and his lines are forever and will continue to inspire musicians, bass players, and everybody in this world who listen to reggae music for years and generations to come. Big up yourself. I'm Robert Dubwise Browne. Thanks for watching. Out.